But Meg, what does Paige bring that is different in her game to this year's tournament?
Well, she's got a complete team.
Yeah, like for starters.
Yeah, everyone's healthy. She's healthy, and I think that's huge. But I notice an aggressiveness about her now. I mean, this is the last dance for her, and I think there's a different energy and a will to win that I see in her game since it's become March.
Yeah, speaking of her being more aggressive, so Paige averaged just under 16 shot attempts per game in the Big East tournament. That's her best stretch since mid-December. Kara, does Paige need to increase her field goal attempts and be more aggressive for UConn to be successful in the tournament, or do you think it's more important for her to get her teammates involved?
Well, Paige Bueckers, she's going to do it all. She's got the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the country, so there's that, and she has the group to give it to her. But like you mentioned, the Big East tournament to me was like a switch was flipped with Paige. You saw an aggressiveness about her. I mean, she had 14, 16, and 17 as far as field goals attempted in that. We have not seen that. Not only that, there's a look in her eye of taking over. So when things started going with the other teams as far as going on a run, she took her own personal run. 7-0 run by Paige. That was the first time, Gino's been asking her to do this. She's a very unselfish player. That's what Gino gets for recruiting such unselfish players. You want that, but you also need her to take over sometime. Big East tournament, first time I've seen that look in her eye. Guys, we're going here. I don't care what. And that was really interesting to see that turning point.
Yeah, and speaking to her, she did tell me that there is a different sense of urgency that she has right now because she is chasing something that she hasn't accomplished yet. And Meg, one of the biggest conversations surrounding Paige nationally is if a national championship will change her legacy at UConn. Do you think that it will?
Well, listen, she's already up in the Huskies of Honor. They've put her up there already, and that's hallowed ground in UConn basketball lore. She's one of the best players that's ever played at UConn. But, and listen, think about everything that's happened while she's here. She had the pandemic and no fans, but then the NIL and the portal opened up while she was here, and she's one of the highest paid athletes in the country, but she shares it with her teammates. So she'll go down as one of the best teammates that has ever played at the University of Connecticut. And that's saying something, Kara, with all the great players that have come through here and unselfish kids that have come through here. But I do know she wants to win.
Yeah.
She wants to win a national championship, but she also leans on her faith and she puts her trust in God. And that means a lot to her, too.
Yeah, for sure. Kara, what do you think?
She's having fun right now. She said that's really important at this point to enjoy what she's doing with basketball, right? Now, the only person who's putting pressure on Paige is Paige. Let's be real. When you're a competitor like Paige, any of us she will say to herself that I won't be good enough unless I get a national championship. That is clearly untrue. We all know that. It's a different world now with Nil. She's so generous to her teammates. She's the best teammate. So I think there'll be plenty written about her in the history books, regardless if they win or not.
Yeah, I think winning a national championship for Paige will kind of just be like icing on the cake.
That's always nice.
In her career. Definitely. Another player who really wants to win a title is Azzi Fudd, who could be playing in her final NCAA tournament. Gino Auriemma spoke about where he wants her mindset to be right now.
Azzi's really good at showing very little emotion out there, but I can tell in what place she is by the way things flow from her, where it's not a struggle and it's not something she's forcing to happen. It's just happening, and she'll go through maybe, in an hour and a half practice now, she may go through 35 minutes of like it just flows, man. Everything that comes out of her hand is just magic, and you try to keep her in that space as much as you can.
We have seen how much of a difference maker Azzi Fudd can be for this team, but Meg, how vital is she to UConn's tournament success?
Yeah, I don't think you can speak it enough. Think back to they lost to USC and Notre Dame. Azzi didn't play much in those games and they lost. And then she plays against South Carolina, erupts for 28 points, 6 threes, and played great and was a huge reason that they won. People came in off the bench, played great. She was a big part of why they won that game, and they need that Azzi Fudd here in this NCAA tournament. And she and Paige haven't played a lot together.
Right.
And this will be the first NCAA tournament that they will play since 2022 in the final game.
It's like wild to think about how they haven't played that much together.
That's mind-blowing that they haven't played together. So I'm excited for them to get to play. They came here to play together, and with all of the craziness that has gone down, they're finally getting a chance to get going.
Yeah, and also the next stat to follow that is 42 games over the last 3 seasons. She's already played 28 this season. Now, I think the turning point for Azzi Fudd was when Paige went out this season. I think she realized she needed to step up. And from there, yeah, of course she had some, single-digit games offensively. I think her defense has been great this season, even when she's not scoring a lot. So she brings so much. And what I love about her is with those single-digit games, she never got too high, never got too low. She realizes how important she is to this team. She is part of the big 3, right? You have Sarah Strong, you have Paige Bueckers, and Gino said sometimes people forget about Azzi, which is really funny, but right, to think that. But because she shoots the 3 ball so well, all she has to do is relocate, they dish it to her, and crazy things can happen. We saw in that South Carolina game what she is capable of doing, and she is going to be very important to the success of this team.